We have a Chaos Riders video here. We have an arrow pointing at that. It's going to be an open lane pattern. We saw that. Get swerved back into our lane. Pretty good job. But yeah, we have multiple different motorcycle crashes and close calls in this video. And we have Chaos Riders helping out with the narration. So we'll listen to him. But let's go and take a look at this. We have open lane patterns here. Okay, so what I mean by that is that this is an open spot. Yeah, it's like not that big of a deal when we're riding. It's like, yeah, whatever. Nobody's going to try to take that. Well, this guy could have taken that. You see it all the time. They just go in. Okay, they're very aggressive. And right here, we have the same thing. Okay, so how do we avoid this? How do we take care of this? Thankfully, it's not the Prius. You know, that would have sucked a little bit because we do have an open lane pattern there. How do we solve this? We slow it down. We're already going faster than the flow of traffic, so we're going to get to where we want to go faster than if we just stayed in a lane. So we're already winning. We're already winning. What we're not winning on is that we don't have a very good position for safety. Okay, we can't swerve left, we can't swerve right, so our escape routes to left and right are pretty much kind of screwed unless we go into that open lane pattern, which we'll see right here. So our line of sight is amazing. We can see super far. And our space cushions are terrible left and right, and we can't really go backwards, so we can really only accelerate. So think about this. We can only really accelerate and then swerve into an open lane, but if it's open, there's a car in front of us, we can hit them. So we have to be very careful with the swerve because we're going to have to swerve back into a lane filtering position or swerve off onto the shoulder where there's a lot of road surface hazards. So right here, he's doing a great job, or this rider's doing a great job. We see that the car is turning into the lane. We have a nice open spot right here. So we swerve, but here is what I'm talking about. If we just accelerated and swerved, we're going to hit the backside of this vehicle up ahead. So we have to swerve back. So there's no time to really just look back and be like, hey, F you, what'd you do? No, we got to get back into our lane right here because, look, we would have hit the other vehicle if we didn't. So good job on this rider. Handled it well. Probably deals with this every single day. But remember, when you're out riding, it's a training opportunity. Every time you ride is an opportunity for something to either be practiced wrong or practiced right. So let's practice the right things. Let's take a look.
Riders were in a group ride when all of a sudden, some of them decided to take the exit. While
this is why
riders almost didn't make it.
This is why we have Cardo Pack Talks and we don't do group rides. Whoa! I mean, not do group rides, but mob rides. He had some traction on that front tire, applied some front brake, and it stopped him. Did a little stoppy there. Very good. But yeah, so this is why you have in a regular group ride, let's go back just a little bit more. A regular group ride, you have an itinerary. You have like a map of what you're doing, or at least a place to meet up. A road captain's going to be in charge, and you got a tail gunner at the end, basically just saying, like, keeping everyone in line. If it's a small group, let's say, I don't know, 5 to 15 people, you can get on your Cardo Pack Talks. Link in the description for a discount for that. But you can all talk to each other and say, hey, we're getting off on this exit coming up. And that's where the guy in the front or the captain in the front is going to be like, hey, we're getting off of this next exit. Let's everyone get to the right. That's something you could totally do. But if you're in a group ride like this or a mob ride like this, there's not much you can do. You're going to miss your exits and everything. So when we're cutting across, you got to watch out for traffic. And this is where somebody in the back could be like, hey, there's a car coming. So you see how you switched all the way from the far left lane to the trying to take off? Yeah. Cars don't know what you're doing, especially in a big group ride like this. I keep saying group ride, but it's a mob ride. So he saw it with his mirror, applied the brakes, he was already turning and slowing down probably to make the turn. So all he did was smash it more. Thankfully, it grabbed traction instead of dumping it. So this is what it looks like when it actually grabs traction. He landed it and kept it upright. Probably hurt his back a little bit, but did a good job. All right, we're going to move on through some of these because this is a... Chaos Riders likes to have a lot of clips, so we're going to try to power through a lot of them. So we'll just do that. All right, ooh, crossed over into our lane. So right here, I just said we're going to power through it. But I want you guys to see something. So this is left, middle, right, or left, center, right, or 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I like just saying middle, middle, middle. Middle, 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 middle. The reason why I do that is because if car is right here, guess what? I'm in the middle, and I can dodge it, or I can just switch over. If I'm over here on the, I'm going outside, and then on the inside, on the apex, the apex is just the part where you're closest to the, the inside. That's it. The apex could be late, early, or right in the middle. Anyways, a lot of people like to do this and get into in the middle of the turn, hit the apex. That's where a lot of the problems happen when cars want to come over accidentally. So I like to just be middle, 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 so I can make easy adjustments when it comes to planning.
Are you
See right there.
kidding me, bro?
Yeah, it's scary situation.
I feel like this one has happened to everyone at some point.
Let's see what happens here.
Bad drivers out there.
Oh, crossing. Good job with the escape. So here's the big problem here is it's a nice windy curve. We got some grass, a little bit of a hill right there. If you guys don't know, I'm kind of leaning on my chair. Makes it easy. I'm getting older, my back and everything. Anyways, plus I'm kind of trying to not be in the way. Anyways, so yeah, we have a line of sight issue. We definitely have a line of sight issue, and this is why I don't know why it's not a solid line, but in the United States, typically it's a solid yellow on situations like this because they don't want you accidentally hitting somebody you can't see in a head-on collision. The cool thing about this rider is that he found the escape path. Great job. Moved over. Not much of a shoulder. Handled it, though.
A lot of bad drivers out there. You gotta keep it.
You see that? What do we do now? We have to find the escape path. We have to find it. All right, let's power through. It's only been 40 seconds. Jeez. Okay, we've already seen this one. This guy switches over. It's an open lane pattern. Very good. And he's got a Cardo. Look at it. Cardo Pack Talk. Pack Talk Edge. And a quad lock. Both of those links in description. All wheels is down. Okay. Whoa! What caused that situation? Why did we have a little bit of a skid? Why did we do that? Okay, I don't know why he wanted to slow down and stop, but what was causing the skid? Okay, it's a brake, but which one? Front or rear? How about that? I'll give you that. All right, doing some wheelies through intersections, not very safe because you might need to be able to avoid something. Because remember, intersections are automatic orange stays. There it is. A little Metal Gear Solid. Fully anticipating that driver to go in the first available lane. Did not go in the first available lane. But we could be a little bit more prepared.
Was this done on purpose?
Watch the gray car. Was it on purpose? Let's see. Okay, we're switching. Are they going to switch too? Yeah, they switched. They switched a lot. But we accelerated through the escape path. So rear brake. Very good, guys. Very good. Slam that rear brake. It's not good. Oh! Oh! Okay. Okay, so we got a little tippity tap, but it can cause some damage. We've seen that. We've seen that before where it damages the bike, but we had a passenger. Just look how much that really knocked him off balance. So checking the elbow. This is why we have gear. This is why we have armor on the elbows, because she probably did hit her elbow. But take a look at this. Just take a look at this. A little bit of slow motion. So we fell back. So our passenger fell back. There's the back of the head. Now that might just cause a headache if you didn't have a helmet. Maybe a little bit of a hematoma, a little goose egg on the back of your head. But it could have been a lot worse, right? And look how simple it is just to really get a traumatic brain injury. Thankfully got a helmet, but when she fell, she hit her coccyx, her tailbone. Not much you could do there, but her put her hands down. So make sure we have gloves for our passenger. And then the elbow got hit too. Okay, not good. But thankfully got a helmet. Oh, let's go back just a little bit there. Thankfully had a helmet, but just take a look. Look at the tires rotating. Look where her foot is. Ankle can get snapped up. It's just a risky thing to do riding motorcycles. And the only way we can really mitigate a lot of that risk is by getting gear and just not getting hit. And it's really not the fault of this motorcycle rider. That person should have been paying attention. Should have been paying attention. Hopefully she's doing all right. Just a little bit of an elbow thing. Checking her back. All right, Yevon. Here we go. Okay, it's a double yellow. That's what I'm talking about. We're not going to pass. Ooh, what happened here? Either something mechanically failed and was launched out, because that was an easy turn. That was a super easy turn. Write in the comments what you guys think. Thankfully, there's no traffic running him over. Then as soon as we hit this, the gravel, we dump it. Yeah, and hit the guardrail. Write in the comments what you think there. 'Cause that was like an easy situation.
I've gotten a few speed wobbles on this.
A little crest of the hill right there. You saw that? How it came out of nowhere.
And stuff. And the front end gets super loose.
Look at that.
Your grip just like amplified.
Ooh. If you knew you were getting speed wobbles, we probably should have checked the maintenance on the bike.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, see how gloves.
Not broken.
This one was crazy. It's almost like he jinxed himself and caused that speed wobble.
I was trying to get out of the way.
I gave myself a speed wobble.
He did it on purpose. Okay, I got it. Oh, jeez. I got out of the way because I wanted you to see his gloves.
Sucks.
Yeah. Wear some real gear. Wear some real gear. Big E, how you doing, man? All right, so I don't know if he was giving it to himself, but this is what I'm talking about. We're going to talk about what we can talk about here. We're going to talk about what we can talk about here. So what we have here is a crest of the hill. So the crest of the hill, you don't know what's going around it, right? How do we determine in this situation where the road is turning? And this is something that I use. Okay, so I'm throwing that out there, but here's what I'm going to give you. Look at the telephone poles. Look at the direction they're turning. Why is the telephone pole in the middle of the road up here? Like, why are these telephone poles in the middle of the road? Like, if I'm going straight, I'm going to run right into these telephone poles. If I know the telephone poles are off to the side on the right side, I utilize them. I utilize telephone poles like this, or electrical poles, whatever, telephone poles. I use them as an indicator like chevrons or signage to show me where the road is. And so the road is not going to keep going straight into them. The road is going to follow the telephone poles. That's how I know. So for me, I know that there's going to be a left turn coming up over this crest of the hill, but still, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how sharp it is. I don't know if there's any road surface hazards. I don't know if there's any roadway users in the middle of the road. I don't know. So this is still definitely an orange stage situation. This is definitely something that I want to be paying attention to and not just racing through. So just take a look. Come up to here
on this
and see how the telephone poles continue along the side of the road. So that's what I'm doing. But you don't know what's around this corner. So let's take a look once again.
I've gotten a few speed wobbles.
What's around the corner? We have an intersection right at the tip, right at the top. Yeah. So you wouldn't know if somebody was pulling out, and that's why we want to go slow around that.
Like coming up over hills and stuff, and the front end gets super loose.
I don't know if he was pushing on the bike or not, but if the front end was getting super loose, especially in these situations, look at the road itself. It's pretty terrible. And then we're going at a pretty high rate of speed. If this is the United States, which is what I'm assuming, we're going 88 miles per hour on a pretty terrible road. Because I don't think he has it in kilometers per hour. He probably has it in miles per hour. And we were going over 100. So speed wobbles. Okay, so it's going to be, how about we just slow it down? Let's reduce that factor. And then also check our bike. Okay, let's take it in, see what's happening. Tell the mechanic, hey, I've been having issues. Like, these are my issues.
And your grip just like.
So he's going 90.
Amplified.
And there's the impact. And this is what I'm talking about here, is that we're having issues when it comes to wearing gear. So as a smart rider, acquire and use personal protective equipment. Simple as that.
Ouch. Oh, that sucks. Hope I'm not broken.
This one was crazy. It's almost like he jinxed himself and caused that speed wobble.
He wrote his own destiny.
Speed wobble.
All right, here we go. Little Honda going through here. We got a line of sight. There's the side of the vehicle. Swerve, 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 swerve. Get back in your lane. You got a car. All right, very good on the swerve. Very good on finding that escape path. We've already seen that one, though. Red Wing, beautiful time of day. We have a bus deciding to come in. So what we can do there is do some progressive braking because our goal is to get out of the situation. So he's reaching for the front brakes right now. So very good because we just got to let him in because they're going to win. And we just switched lanes. Handled it. They wanted to probably get off on the exit, and they just decided to use you as a... Ooh. Good job. A little bit of a break. A little bit of braking. Swerved out of the way. The sabotage. Here we go. Switch, passing people. Watch out for traffic in front of us. Somebody's going to switch over. There it is. Uncommon thing. Apply some brakes. Move over. Great job with the escape.
This video, so you guys can go check that out after this one.
What hazards do we have here?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh. brake, 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 brake.
No,
Good job. I see
taking up the whole road,
downshifting.
dude.
And he
Jesus
stopped on
Christ.
paint. So you can progress. You can't have a good progressive brake pressure when it comes to rain. You still can. So this is what I'm talking about. We have multiple factors here. So we have rain on the road. We have rain all over, so our vision is going to be impaired too. We also have issues when it comes to maybe getting some hypothermia if we don't have the proper gear. Also, we have multiple different intersections. We have driveways. Driveways are intersections. So when I tell you to practice in a neighborhood, it's because neighborhoods are great for practice because you have all these different things, and hopefully the traffic speed is lower. So when it comes to how to ride in a neighborhood, make sure you wear some gear. Obviously, check your ride, make sure everything is working pretty well. You got to start slow, a little bit steady. Okay, what that means is that we're only going 25. Okay, we're only going 25, and if you really need to, start off in a parking lot. The main things you want to watch out for when we're in a neighborhood is definitely gonna be the traffic obstructions like kids and stuff, intersections. Intersections are gonna be driveways and everything like that. And obviously make sure you're having some fun. But watch out for kids. Adjust your speed. There's gonna be people coming in and out. But you see how all these different intersections are in here? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So be very careful when it comes to that. This is one of those examples right here.
Whoa.
Somebody's pulling out. Somebody's pulling out.
No, why are
We
you
have to do
taking
some
up the whole
braking.
road, dude. Jesus Christ.
Good job with the braking. Saw it ahead of time. Wasn't trying to race up into there to flip him off. Handled it. Great job with the progressive braking, even in rain situation. Handled it.
No, you didn't. You're a piece of
Just to do that. Yeah, you can do your thing. I wouldn't be going that fast. We got rain, buddy. All right, undisclosed moto. Here we go. Undisclosed moto. I see you in the chat.
Oh!
So what happened, undisclosed?
Oh no!
What happened? You're in the chat right now.
I think he braked into him.
He braked. See, he says braked. I say broken, and braketed. What do you think happened? Oh, there's the iPhone doing its thing. Crashed.
How are you? Are you okay?
He was walking wounded. That's pretty good.
Holy shit.
All right, let's take a look at that one. Since you're in the chitty chat, you go ahead and write everything you want. Give us some insight on this. You're going to the Pizza Hut. Okay, so everyone knew we were going to the Pizza Hut. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look.
What the
So we're all riding with our buddies. You got a quad lock. Very good. You got a little quad lock here. You guys are all going to a Pizza Hut. You guys talking on a Cardo? You guys talking on your Bluetooth headsets? What are we doing? Or are we all just new? Okay, so I think we were just going a little too fast. This is my guess. Oh, no talking. Okay. So what I was thinking is that we're just going a little too fast. Someone didn't know. Like you're saying right there, it says the Jixer thought the Z900 was going straight. Okay. You're new, and the R1 and the Z900 are vets. Okay, cool. And you're sitting in the back, and you didn't crash. Very nice. So what we're having here is that we dumped the bike. So right here, slam the brakes because we weren't really paying attention. Let's take a look at this one. Paying attention is a big thing. See, we could have turned into this parking lot, which is a nice open parking lot. I like it. Do some smart rider drills. But we weren't really paying attention until about here. It's like, oh no, we're turning. So instead of doing a red stage maneuver, which at this point, if I'm not going to be able to make this turn into this parking lot because I'm going too fast and there's somebody in front of me, I'm just going to go straight and then do a U-turn and then come back and go through into the parking lot. Who cares? I missed my turn. Not a big deal. So when it comes to like a panic, it's like, well, we slammed the brakes. So that's what happened. We went into brown stage. We slammed the brakes instead of just going straight, miss the turn, come back. Okay.
Oh!
And so now we have an impact. So now you hear it right there, just finally hits that impact. So what we have here when it comes to mechanism of injury is that the person did dump the bike and he fell to his left. So I'm thinking left side injuries. They could be very simple, undisclosed. I'm just talking because I want to see if you know that this guy had any injuries. I want to see if I'm right here. So left side, so left shoulder, left hip, maybe left arm. So putting his hands out, so maybe left hand. Maybe some scratches on the helmet. It looks like he did roll a little bit, so he's got some damage to maybe the back, but it's probably gonna be soft tissue injury, maybe a little bit of road rash. I don't think there's gonna be any broken pieces, any broken. So his shoulder and his hip mainly. Okay, so when we land on our left side, we have that shoulder right there, and our hip. So I mean, we hit the ground. That's what hit, and we're having some issues there. So hopefully, he's walking. Well, he was walking, but hopefully he's doing fine. There's that hip right there. So that's called guarding. He's actually telling you exactly what it hurts. Not good. Remained calm. Sure your own safety. Get into that parking lot.
I think he.
Let's see if we can stop any major bleeds, if there was any. So he's checking. He's checking his pants for any brown. Very good. How you doing, Robin? I'm doing pretty good. He's recovering. Bike should be fixed soon. Very nice. So undisclosed. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing this video. Thanks for being in the chat.
You okay?
He's doing fine. He's just doing fine. Hopefully the other guy's doing fine too. But we're moving on. Arson boots. Here we go. We got front of the bus. Found the escape path. Very nice. Very nice. Handled it really well. Handled it. We're gonna have to play through this because we got this is already 20 minutes. All right, Cowie, going a little bit fast. We got some rain here. We got 90 miles per hour, I think. Ooh, we got a turn. It was a very simple turn, and he kept it up. Slow it down for this next one. Slow it down for this next one. Slow it down. You need more. Oh, we got an open lane pattern here. Look at this. Is somebody gonna merge in front of us? I'm not reading this because I'm just looking at the pattern. Okay, we got this person right here. Looks like a firefighter-owned company. Code Red Roofers. Ooh, a little bit of an open lane right there. That person was just gunning for it. What a turd. Yeah, just look ahead, though. We got traffic. We got a truck right there. She's getting pissed. Whatever, just move on. She didn't hit you. There's not much you could have done in that situation. If they did hit you, hopefully you have full gear. There's nothing you could do. So give yourself a good position for safety so you can see around. Good position right there. That was really good, actually. All right, Methaven. That's the name. And we hit some oil. So real quick. Okay, we're in a parking garage. We have to avoid the obvious. We have to, especially when we're turning. A car can go over it. Never would have felt it. Never would have felt it. A motorcyclist goes over it. That first, or even one. You have two tires. One of the tires, you're gonna feel it. And there's the dump. So we have to avoid road surface hazards like oil. We have to, because this is what will happen. Thankfully, it was a slow speed.